Yo, Warriors! All right, so the other night I got to go to the premiere of Speak No Evil. Now, I hope you watched my a couple of my post reviews. I did two. I actually sat next to these two young ladies, like early 20s, who were friggin' hysterical. They're like college kids, and they were funny, right? And through the whole movie, I swear to God, I felt like I was sitting in like a chick version of Mystery Science Theater with two what do they call them? Gen R's, Gen Alphas, whatever. They were hysterical. It was the whole movie, and there was one scene where they on the mountain. I forget the name of it. It's a famous English thing, but it's like this carved out in the mountain, right? This man, right, with a huge thingamajig, right? And there's the one girl in the post interview I did obsessed on it. She's, I watched a movie. There was a huge ding dong. Not that I minded. It was there for me. And I'm like, I held the microphone out like this. And I said, what did you think of the movie? And the two of them went on for like 5 minutes. If you guys want a treat, watch that. Now, what I think about the movie. So, from the beginning, right? Like, I'm watching this movie and I'm like, at the beginning, I was kind of bored, be honest with you, right? Because it took so long to get started, and but it was building, and that's the thing. It was building and building and building, on God, how can I say? It was building suspense, right? It was just taking a really damn long time to do it, So, I liked it a lot. And basically the story is, right, they got these two couples, an English couple and a couple from America. And the couple from America is going on vacation. Then they're moving to London because the guy's job took him to London. Okay. And then while he's out there, right, he loses his job. So now he's stuck in London, right? He's got to come up with, what he's going to do the rest of his life, and you feel for him, you do, and especially because, James McAvoy, right? He was Professor X, the second Professor X. He's a great actor. He was so freaking creepy right from the beginning. So, the families get together, and it was kind of like an accident, not an accident, but kind of like they met, because they were staying at the same place in Tuscany, I think it was. Right? It was in Italy. Yeah, anyway. And they were having a really good time. They got to be good friends. And then they split, right? But the McAvoy's family, right? Patty, because his name was Patty, right? Was friendly. Hey, why don't you come out and visit us? Come out and visit our farm, right? So they go back to England, or they go back to London, and they're kind of like, yeah, should we, shouldn't we? And they're like, you know what? Let's go, right? And the mom, right, Louise, played by Mackenzie Davis, right? She's the one that's married to Ben, right? And the actor is named Scoot McNairy. Dude, get a real friggin' name. Scoot. That's what I tell my dog when she's on the couch. Anyway, so yeah, McAvoy, right? And his name's Patty and Clara, right? And then you have Louise and Ben, who are the American couple. And they both got a kid, right? The American couple's got a daughter, right? And she's really attached to this bunny rabbit, right? It shows up later on. And then the English couple, McAvoy and her name is Alicia Franconi. She's a hot redhead. That's all you need to know, right? So the two of them, the four of them, right, they get together and they go out to the guy's farm, right? Go out to the guy's farm, right? They're having a good time, right? And then bit by bit, it just gets creepier and creepier, right? It's like they would go out for a hike, and on the hike they went up to the top of this cliff that overlooked like a little lake, right? So all of a sudden they start stripping, like, hey, let's go for a dive, and the American family's like, no, I don't have any bathing suits. They go, neither do we. And they all strip down to their knickers and jump in, right? And the American family's kind of like, well, we're never going to do this again, so they decide to go and do it, right? And when they're doing it, the wife, the redhead wife, the English couple, right, Clara, she starts telling Louise, the American wife, that she's got a good-looking body, and creepy vibes, right? So then later on, they're having dinner together, right? And the English chick mom starts correcting the American chick daughter, right? Her name's Agnes, and she was played by this girl, Alex West Lefter. She was a great actress. She did really good. And considering you're doing a movie and you got to be like, it's creepy, and she's trying to be the uncreepy one there, she was really good at it. You'll love it when you see it, okay? All right. So they go there, and she's correcting her, like, the English lady's daughter, right, about how to eat and all that. And then the American mom's like, hey, don't do that. It's my daughter. I'll tell her how to eat. And then, typical grooming by James McAvoy, right? And that was the whole thing. He gets these couples to come there. He grooms them to get their trust, right? And then, like, he kills them. Ooh, I told you in a movie. You're going to watch a movie anyway, right? Spoiler review. So he gets it. So they decide they're going to leave, right? And they're going to leave, but the girl left her rabbit there. And when she doesn't have a rabbit, she does all these, she has like anxiety, right? And she's really good. She's, so they decide to go back. And they go back, and the guy's like, hey, why don't you just stay the night? You guys go tomorrow, right? And then it gets creepier, right? Like, he's like drugging them, and it's creepy. Meanwhile, the English couple's son, right, can't talk because he only has half a tongue. And he gives him this sad story about how he was born with half a tongue, and it's nice that your daughter is, making friends with him. He doesn't make many friends. The whole thing, right? And then it turns out that, like, the kid, the boy, takes the girl into this secret room where, like, they have all these things from all these other couples, right? And he starts showing them this album. And the guy would take family pictures with the other family and then kill them all, right? And the wife, right, the English guy's wife, is one of the people whose family he killed, right? And then he adopted her, creepy, and then married her, creepy, right? So it turns out that the kid's the son, right? His family got killed by McAvoy, and then to keep the kid quiet, he cut half his tongue off. At that point, I wanted to jump through the screen and punch the shit out of McAvoy. That's how good of a job he did in this movie, right? And then he shows him this stuff, right? And then the dad, the American dad, typical beta male, right? Like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Well, we could talk our way out of it, right? Meanwhile, the mom, like, grabs a hammer or an axe, right? And she's prepared to go to war, right? Because she's going to protect her kid. And that's what moms do, right? And then, it just evolved into this, like, killing spree, right? Where the American family's in the house, the English family is going around the outside trying to find a way in to kill him. And then a buddy of the English guy, right? He's like the mechanic. He comes down, right? And he's trying to help him kill the people. He's going to sell the car and this whole crazy thing, right? And it gets to the end, and when you get to the good guys win. When you get to the end, right? You will cheer for the kid, for the son, because that son took it out, and I'm telling you, it was great. When you get to that part of the movie, right, you will cheer the son because he did what he had to do, and you were just so happy that he got his vengeance, right? Okay. Now, again, spoiler-filled, because after Thursday at noon, I was allowed to do my spoiler review, and I'm busy. I got a life, so I did it tonight. So, guys, get a chance, go see it, right? Now, I didn't know that this was a remake. It was a remake of a Danish film, came out in 2022, right? Called Speak No Evil, the exact same movie, right? And they got on the tomato meter, because I'm a Rotten Tomato guy, right? On the tomato meter, they got 84% from the professionals, but only 55% for the actual like audience, the people. Okay, and that says a lot. It says that all of us artsy people, right, who go and watch these movies, right, that we look at it for more than entertainment, right, shows that the people who went to see it to be entertained were not. Almost a little bit less than half actually liked the movie. So I have a good friend of mine, him and his fiance or his girlfriend, if she's not the fiance yet, she better be someday, right? We were texting back and forth, and he told me that this be a good one to watch. So I'm going to watch that one next, and then I'll do a video comparing the two. But if that's only getting a 55% audience one, I really don't see how well I'm gonna like it. And it's going to be Danish, and the English movies are always a little bit different than how the Americans do the movies, right? It's a little more artsy sometimes and stuff that things that are inferred and aren't automatically said. Because in America, right, you got to tell us, right? We don't take hints very well. At least American men, as my wife would tell me. Helga would say sometimes, and I kind of go, yeah, all the time. But anyway, so guys, get a chance, go see this movie. You will have a blast, and don't forget to look for me on Cemetery Cinema and my other YouTube channel and all the other socials, and then Dr. Dread with me on the Cemetery Cinema, and then see him on the Monster Channel every Friday. And if you get a chance, he did a new video called Trailer Park Queen or something like that. I haven't seen it yet, but from what people are telling me, it's great. If you get a chance, go watch that too. All right, Mad Darbarian movie reviews. Out. See you after the next movie. Bye.